Gundam.tk presents Advanced Grade AGE-2 Double Bullet. Hey, what's up again, everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs2Bs from GundamReviews.net, and today I'm here to take a look at the Advanced Grade 1/144th, the AGE-2 Double Bullet, and this is something that's going to be playing Asum in his regular human mode, non-MS mode, in my Gundam reviews. But anyway, let's take a look at how the model actually stacks up compared to the high grade and the other advanced grades. 2012 release. And a supermarket-friendly 700 yen, although that's 100 yen more than a lot of the advanced grades. As the advanced grade line has differentiated itself from the high grade line in terms of number, you can see that this is number 15 here in this 1/144th lower price grade. After the AGE-1 had 3 wears between the normal, the Titus, and the Sparrow, it looks like the AGE-2 is only going to have 2 in the anime anyway, unless you want to count color variations, but you've got the AGE-2 normal already out in AG and HG, and you can check out that review, of course, to go along with the high-grade AGE-2, which is going to cost 1,500 or just a little over double than the AG. For a look around the box, you can see a painted-up version of this AG with its battle parameters there for the gauging system game that you can go and play, and there's the pilot, Asum Asano, looking pretty young there. And after they tell you to go play the game of more interest, yes, it's the block build system, and you can see here that when you put this all together, it looks like it's going to have gray elbows there, lots of colors there on the inner frame, and most importantly for the big guns on the side, it looks like it's going to have red and gray separate, so very, very impressive, I think, for this price and grade. Inside the box, you're going to be getting a tri-age card there with some white and blue to go along with gray, white, green, yellow, all sorts of colors there in the second bag. Remember that the manual and the ordering missing parts, etc. is all built into the box. The A1 plate is going to give you arms, which means that the arms are going to be identical to the normal. You're going to have the face parts there to go along with the waist and that great looking part there that's going to add so much color to the chest. And if you take a look at the normals plate, you can see that there were only 2 parts omitted. Only 3 blue parts are going to be needed here between the waist, and you've got the 2 parts for the front and back of the chest, although again, it's incredible how many colors you get out of this when you put it together, compared to the normal where there was a lot more required for the binders on the side to go along with the feet. The biggest difference is going to come with the C plate, where you're going to be getting totally unique legs here for the double bullet, and you're also going to be getting these 2 parts up there for the shoulders, which are going to allow you to put those parts on. This is instead of the A2 plate, which gave you all the other limbs for the AGE-2 normal. The D plate brings a couple changes in the form of the red feet there to go back to traditional Gundam colors as opposed to the Freedom-like blue. And over here you're going to have the big guns for the shoulders, and to look at the normals, here you have just the chest section and this part for the face, which actually fell off in the box or in the bag for me. So everybody be careful that you're not missing any parts if you do have a chance to crack this open in stores before purchasing it. I'm still incredibly impressed with the way they do the eyes for these advanced grades by just having the pupils be a little bit smaller than what goes around them. It looks like it's got some black around this. Great that they include an extra color as well, and I'm always impressed with the number of color apps that you can get from a few small pieces here with the E yellow plates. These are identical to the normal. The G plate is listed as being for the AG 1/144th AGE-2 here, and you can see that you're going to have the limbs along with those gray shoulders there. The elbows will show through, and the manipulators are going to look great in gray to go along with this inner frame there. And of course you're going to have the big guns, and this is quite a bit different from the C plate from the AGE-2 normal. You've got gauging chip here, number 15, to go along with this tri-age card with what I have to say is probably not the best cover art I've seen for the double bullet. When he's all put together, how about those color apps all over the place? This is one of the most colored and detailed advanced grades that we've seen yet, well worth the extra 100 yen. And it's going to be really helped by just 2 things. You've got the white parts on the shoulders, but you're not really going to notice that. The red feet do stand out compared to the normal one, but by having the big red guns on here and the gray, and actually, yes, it is a big shock, but actually a little bit of articulation, makes this well worth putting on your shelf for this price, it seems. For height comparison, this is going to be absolutely useless because I've got the Advanced Grade G-Bouncer's body there, and this has got to be Asim's white suit, I'm just pretending. So they've got identical heads on there, but this one has the blue binders on and the body, and actually I really do like the way that this one looks. Now when you swap parts off one, you'd imagine they have to end up somewhere, and so here's the G-Bouncer's head and arms sitting on the Age-2 Normal's body. You can see the difference there in the feet as well as in the shape of the legs, that you've got just a little bit more details there in the Double Bullet, and those shoulders are looking sharp, I'd say. On to something a little more useful, here's the Age-1 Titus, and you can see that the Age-2 is going to be substantially taller, especially when you add in those weapons. And finally, here it is next to the big guns itself. I'm talking about the high-grade Double Bullets. When you look at the lower body, it looks like it's hardly missing any applications at all because it's got the red, the yellow, and pretty much all white legs there to go along with the red feet. But when you move to the upper body, you can see that again, how nice would it be if the Advanced Grade just had that little Age seal there to put on the chest. It's actually got the hole there if you wanted to put the hyper dots in there, it seems. But of more importance, you can just see that you are going to have gray elbows, which is a nice touch there. It's going to be missing the color wraps down on the forearms, which I think is a real plus of the high grade. And when you take a look on the inside of the shoulders there, you'll notice that there's gray and gray all over the place, to go along with a little bit more gray there in the weapons and at that little white color wrap on the top. So the high grade, when you see just the Advanced Grade, you'd say that it looked fantastic, but next to the high grade, obviously things are lacking. Except when you go back to remember that this is an Advanced Grade, so look at this for articulation. Well, yes, most of them, the arms can go around there. This one's going to bang into the back. The head is going to turn, but of more importance, you've got the ability to take these, spin them around there, which is going to give you the ability to move the arms and the weapons in two different places. And in terms of playability, you can detach these and put them in the arms very, very easily and still move around the red ones. You'll notice that I just sort of dislocated his shoulder there. But alas, silly me, because ultimately when you do put him together, he is still an Advanced Grade, but at least he's going to have the 4 points of articulation. I'm counting the arms as 2, and because you are going to get the weapons. Weapon in hand, he can sort of look down the barrel there, I suppose. But sadly, when the weapons are up, the insides are going to be a little bit exposed. Of course, it looks better from the sides to have the plastic there, but every once in a while, because you're going to have the ugly parts of the Gundam, you're going to be looking at it normally from straight on. So every once in a while, it's the kind of thing where if you've got ugly marks on the feet, sometimes it's better to put on the outside. I wonder if this could have been better on the outside, but then again, it's still pretty good for what it is. And sadly, even though it looks possible, if you want to take the beam sabers from one of the regular HG Age-2s, you can put this in, but it's not going to stay. So Sticky Tack would have to be your friends if you did want to have these far too small effect parts sticking out. Can't wait for the Master Grade and hoping that it has larger ones. So final verdict, similar to the way I was happy with the Advanced Grade Age-2 Normal, I'm going to be just as happy with this one, if not a little bit more, because you do have the ability to rotate those weapons around and take the gray weapons out of there and put them in hand. If you want to take out the beam sabers, of course, you could keep these in the shoulders, pose those, and then just borrow them from somebody who, dual wields all the time, so they've always got beam sabers on them. But for 700 yen, just 100 yen more than the regular Advanced Grade price, you're getting color wraps all over the place, and I always marvel at the way this block build system is going to build such a great chest and waist section. Anyway, things are boding well very much for the Advanced Grade Age-3, so why don't you let me know what you think of this Age-2 Double Bullet. And anyway, I am hoping that Asim is going to be showing up in the anime, and he's going to need this character to depict him, unless he's going to be getting a new Advanced Grade, and then in which case that would replace it. Anyway, everybody, as always, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the video, the MS, the character, and everything in between. And stay tuned for lots more reviews, high grade, Advanced Grade, Master Grades, and everything in between. Hopefully all of them eventually. Thanks for watching, guys and girls. Bye. Doesn't matter if you have both guns out. If I have my beam sabers looking like this, you don't even know it, but there's already next to your body, and it's sliding apart.